So guys, thanks for hopping on. So I'll just quickly recap. So the next 8 weeks, we're going to be doing, it'll be a quick 15-20 minute training on Facebook. And then we're going to allow 4 or 5 of us to quickly share. You're going to be on the hot seat. We call it the hot seat. It's your time to give feedback of what's working, what's not working. And I'm going to rotate that so that you all get a turn at least once a month or once every 3 weeks. It's accountability, right? That's what we need. So the first bit of stuff we're going to look at tonight is about Facebook and just how you got to set yourself up. Next week, we're going to look at how you find what your brand is on Facebook. What I was saying before is that it is essential for you to understand that even though you're learning this other stuff, this is not your absolute priority. Your priority is always income-producing activities. Income-producing activities is how many times a day are you exposing what we have to people. Whether you're a Pro 8, a 9, a 1, a 10, you continue to do that. You know, when Carrie Dickey was here, I was walking with her at the beach here at Malulaba, her phone went, she got a message to say, congratulations, you have just enrolled the Platinum Pack. So she continues to enroll, she continues to talk to people. And I think she doesn't have to. Really, she doesn't at her level, she doesn't have to because she's got so many guns under her running. But get this, that you don't stop recruiting, you never stop sharing the story. So your absolute priority is that. But you also got to start thinking, if you want to be a higher rank, you got to start thinking about this other stuff. So before we do hot seats, I'm going to quickly share my screen and I'm going to just straight away jump into my slides. Let me just quickly get this going. Hold on a sec. And I'm going to go through it quick. So what I also, I don't know if I will do this. Let me see. Goodness. I can't share screen. Hold on. Let me try again. Oh. Okay. So guys, what I'm going to also, yeah, I don't know if I want to put up my slides afterwards. I'll see. But if you want to take photos, take screenshots of it, you know, use it. Feel free to use this training with your people. If you have get-togethers, use it with your people. Part of what's coming in the future training is going to be how are you as a Pro 3, 4, 5, whatever your rank is, how are you to use Facebook to manage your team. Okay, that's one of the big things that's coming. Let me tell you, this program, the top 100 income earners that are building their business on social media were interviewed. All of this stuff together was pulled and put into this program. So I believe it is one of the most up-to-date Facebook trainings. Do you like my page? Isn't it cool? The little Venter family. Okay, so let me jump straight in, guys. So strategies on cracking the code on social media. So the first thing that you've got to know is that what is network marketing, right? So it's simple. We sell products or services, we grow teams to help us sell those products or services, and we become leaders that help improve the productivity of our team. Okay, so you've got 3 roles. Your role is to expose the product and services. Your role is to find people to help you expose the product and services. And then your role is to help your team find people to expose the product and services. Very simple, okay? The role of social media within that is you can use social media to attract the people that want to use your products. You can use social media to attract the people that want to do your business. And then, of course, our goal is to educate them to understand what we have, not to try and convince people. That's not what we do. It's an education role, and I'm sure most of you know that. Are you keeping up with trends? So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't really need to know this, Charlotte, or, you know, Susie and John and Joe and my team will not do this, I can tell you now they will not be successful network marketers. I've seen more statistics today. It blew my mind on how fast the industry is changing. Guys, 40% of network marketers now only build their business online. It wouldn't even be 5 years ago that was maybe 1%. It is developing exceptionally fast, and you need to develop with that trend, and you need to know what the right stuff is so that you can stand out and not be one of those people that people want to block. Okay, so are you keeping up with the trends? Are you changing as the world is changing? Now, a big portion of entertainment today is online. Look at your household even. How little is that TV? Like in my house, the TV is hardly ever switched on. Do we watch movies? Yeah, but it's on our computer or it's on the phone. Now, more and more adults, and these are statistics I'm giving you, more and more adults are playing games on their phones. Ridiculous, or on the computer, right? People are moving away from TV. Communication is more and more via social media. Less phone calls. How often a day do you call a friend, or do you rather Facebook message them? That's what people do today. So if you're trying to push a system where you got to phone people to get them into your business, maybe you got to relook at that. If their method of communication, their preferred method is a Facebook message, you got to change your methods as well. It's easier to manage relationships via social media because you can see when it's their birthday and you can send them a happy birthday message. You can see when their daughter got married and it comes up, wedding photos. You can say, well done, and send a card. Or it actually is easier than what it was 10 years ago without Facebook, because we can now see what's going on in people's lives. And that is the whole reason for Facebook, nothing else. Big portion of sales are being done online today. It's ridiculous, guys. Do you know, my favorite thing now is to buy clothing online. I've found a few like different shops that I love. I love the clothing. My sizes are perfect. I much rather sit at home, and when I can't sleep at night, I'll go into sites. Yesterday, I ordered myself a dress. Beautiful dress. I know I'm going to love it. I know the size is perfect because I bought from them before. How quick and easy. Why would I go to a shop? It's annoying. Okay, you will never run out of leads. Never, ever, ever say, I don't know enough people. I don't have enough leads. You are talking nonsense. There are 2.5 billion people on social media. You just need to learn how to use social media. End of the story. Facebook is King Kong. We call it King Kong in the social media world. 1.7 billion users. YouTube, did you know that Google owns YouTube? Over 1 billion users. Did you know that the viewers on YouTube in a day is more than every single TV station in the world put together? More people go to YouTube every day. That's huge. Why don't you have a channel? You should have videos on there, right? I'm just teasing you. Don't get overwhelmed. We're going to get there. Twitter and Insta is over 300 million in each of those as in users. So massive audience on social media. Did you know that YouTube is the second biggest search engine? Google is number 1. YouTube is number 2. What does that tell you? If it doesn't go away, I've always had this theory. I've had this theory even about, when I feel like there's something I need to do and I dismiss it and it comes back, and I dismiss it and it comes back. Well, if it doesn't go away, then it's here to stay and I've got to act on it. And it's the same with social media. It's going nowhere, right? What you'll find in our industry and in any industry, guys, is that the fundamentals, the foundations, the concepts of how you build it stays the same. But what changes is techniques. And here we have a very different technique today on how you can build this business. The fundamentals definitely won't go away, as I said before. So what you've got to understand is that the technology now becomes more high-tech, but you have to still balance that with high touch. So don't get this wrong. Don't think that all you got to ever do is just social media. You never have to talk to somebody on the phone. You never have to go for coffee with them. You never have to make an effort to get to a different city to go to an event with them. No. It's still high touch. But it's that initial contact that's a lot easier because you've got 2.5 billion people that you can contact without actually having to know them. That's the change, and that's the different technique. Otherwise, your social media enrollees will come to you. They won't stay. So in other words, if you just perform high-tech all the time and there's no high touch, you're going to have a business that is very fragile, because relationship is why people stay. People don't actually stay for the product and the money. If they get another opportunity tomorrow that looks as great, they'll go. But people stay for people. So it is important to balance your high tech with high touch. Okay? No matter how old you are, you can learn Facebook. It's not that difficult. And why do I just say Facebook? Facebook, because it is the King Kong. And it is the easiest one, I believe, out of all of them to use. So number one in your strategy is identify your passions. How do you do that? It's simple, guys. The top performers know their passions outside of their business. For instance, they may love shoes or fishing or travel or parenting, flowers, fashion, sports team, cooking, fast cars, horses, old people. Believe it or not, there's people that are passionate about old people. They want to spend their weekend going to old age homes and talking to them. Isn't it beautiful? Fitness, health. What are you passionate about? And understand this. It's got to be outside of your product, your science, and network marketing. There's got to be other stuff. This is how you find your passions, other stuff that you're passionate about. If you think it's NRF2, well, it's actually what sits behind it. It's health. It's being healthy. So if you're passionate about health, you've got to get away from the fact that you think NRF2 activation is your passion, or, pro tandem is your passion, or this industry is your passion. Because what will happen is if you use the product or the science or the industry as your passion, you will repel people, right? They don't attract people, they push people away. But when you use a passion such as shoes or fishing or travel, that people can relate to that, and that is how you attract them to you. So in the next week, I want you to write down 3 to 5 things that excite you and define you. Right? If you ask me what are my passions, I love reading, I love self-development. I love that. I love good mindset. I love always seeing the glass half full. In fact, I see it fully full because half is air, half is water, right? So I love that. I can't stand it when people are negative. It annoys me. It frustrates me. So I love books. I've got tons of books. I love self-development. I love fishing. I love going out deep sea fishing with my husband. Don't give me the bait and the stinky stuff. I don't want that. But I just love the fishing, the being out in nature, being away from computers and mobiles, and because we go so deep till we don't have reception. I love that. I love the fishing. And what am I passionate about? My family. I'm super passionate about my kids. I'm super passionate about millennials, young kids. Don't ever want them to live the life that most adults today live, of giving away 30 or 40 years of their life working for some boss who's an idiot. Don't want that. I'm passionate about that. What are you passionate about? Find your 3 to 5 things. And then show the world your passion. Guys, this is strategy number 1 on Facebook. What is your passion? Show the world your passion. Stop showing the word NRF2, 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 NRF2. It's boring. You will not attract people like that. Okay? Post about those other passions, everything about it, all angles of it. So for instance, let's say, it's fishing. Well, I can post, we're out on the water, what we've caught, what the weather's going to be like, can we go fishing on the weekend, what tackle we use, how interesting the species are that we catch. There's so much. Like I can post, world record. So if I'm trying to attract people that are passionate about fishing, if I post all that stuff, do you think they're going to want to watch my page? Yeah, of course they're going to want to see it. But for 99.9% of people out there, when you just talk the whole time about NRF2 activation, the whole time, I know nobody does that, but if you talk a lot about it, and pro tandem and, the business opportunity and all that, it becomes annoying and you're going to repel them. Interview people. So another way of showing your passion is to interview people who do it. Or, it's like for me, I could interview some of the ladies in our club who fish. We just had a competition on this weekend. I could interview the lady who won. There's a lot of different things. Use articles, videos. Become the person known to be passionate about that thing. Not necessarily the person who's passionate about pro tandem. You can still show that, but don't let it be overwhelming. Become interesting to people who like what you like, and go into groups in Facebook that are, based on that passion, and friend request people there, because straight away you have something in common. Just before we come on here, I've just been into a group and I friend requested 20 people. I found a group that, I'm passionate about. It's entrepreneurs. I love business. And I just looked for some mums. It's a Sunshine Coast group, and I friend requested 20 of them. So very quick and easy. And why? Because your target market now is spot on. You're targeting the passion that you have. People will like you and they'll want to know you. Use your passion to attract people to interact with you, and then show them what you have. So this is there's two strategies, guys. There's one where you really go out to building relationship, and then there's the other one where you just hit them with, I've got this thing, I wonder if you're interested. By the way, how are your kids? There's two different methods we can use. Your passion is not your company or your products. Understand that it's boring for 99.9% of the people. Are you trying to attract people, or are you trying to tell the world what you like? You need to attract people. That's how you're going to build. So they see you as trying to sell to them. It's also not network marketing, as I've mentioned. Friends first, business second. So for your long-term relationships, and as I mentioned before, we're going to have two strategies. You're going to have a strategy where you friend request people. You may straight away message them and say something like, hey, Kirsty, thanks for accepting my friend request. I'm so passionate about what I do. I help mums work from home. I wonder if this is something that you have ever thought about. By the way, I see you've got 3 kids at school. They look like adorable little girls. You look like a great mum, or some compliment, right? So don't be fake, be authentic, and you've got to end with a compliment. And guys, if that lady comes back and says, oh, thanks, Charlotte, for thinking about me, but no, really, it's not something I've ever considered. Well, now I'm going to continue on building relationship. And this is where friends first, business second. So you continue on building relationship by applying these strategies on your page, so that you become better friends with that person. And a lot of them will over time message you and say, that thing you spoke about, well, what is it? Okay. Some people, when you send that first message, will go, bloody hell, I am interested. My boss is a jerk. I got into trouble today. Wada. Can you tell me more? Some people will say that. Others will go, no, and then you slot them into this, let's build a relationship. How do you build relationship with people? You give them what they want, right? So good stuff on your page, but you also like, comment, share on their posts, connect with their posts. Do you like it when you see somebody's liked your post or they've commented? Of course we do. We all love it. Send them a message on an important day, like go every day into your birthdays for today. Even if you don't even know the person, just send a message. Hey, happy birthday. Great little thing to do is a quick 30-second video. Hey, Susie, I see it's your birthday today. I just hope you can have a wonderful day. Enjoy every moment. Hope you get spoiled and you get taken out for dinner or whatever. That's it. How long did that take? And oh my gosh, that person getting it will be thinking, wow, that's unusual. Okay. And then make sure that you talk about what you have, guys. So you build rapport, familiarity, and trust on your page. So that is strategy number 2. Okay. Number 3, be yourself, but be your best self. I'm going to fly through this. Stay positive, but be authentic. Having a bad day or being depressed or woe is me, don't post it. Don't go and put up, we have people in our team, guys. I look at some of the stuff. It's negative, 1 positive. Negative, 1 positive. Seriously, why would you be attracted to somebody like that? And you know what a key thing I heard today is that what you put out is what you get back. Oh my gosh, I do not want to put out any negativity, because then I'm going to get negative people who want to work with me. No, thank you. No thanks. So be careful, right? Be raw, but not negative raw. There's a difference. You can rant about an injustice, but end it with a positive solution at the end. Be careful. Don't cuss. Profanity, aggression, tone it down. Always ask yourself, this is a good one. Always ask yourself, by saying this stuff, by cussing, etc., what is it going to cost me, and what is it going to buy me? In a business environment, some things just cost you too much. I personally don't like swearing. I do swear, but I don't like I would never do it on Facebook, right? Because that's what you put out there, and that's what you're going to attract. If you want to build a big business, then avoid religion, sexual preferences, politics. I don't believe there's anything wrong with putting up a post saying, You know, I think I did one a while back when the vote came out yes in Australia. I said I'm so glad for our girls because finally they can get married, you know, with us here in Australia. That's fine, but you don't want to go politics, ranting and raving about religion and sexual preferences and that kind of stuff, because what you do straight away is you cut half the market out of your attraction, because they don't want to deal with you. Number 4 is time management. This is a massive one on social media. Time management, really important, because you can get lost on social media. It happens to me still, and I get so frustrated because I can spend an hour on Facebook having gone from this to that to that to that, and I get to the end and I think, how did I get here? And I've just lost an hour. I'm like, oh, Charlotte, don't do that. So be very careful. Do you spend most of your time interacting with prospects or your team? Okay, most of your time on Facebook should be interacting with prospects, not your team. Guys, we need to get into a habit. Listen to this habit. Once a day, check Facebook messages. Once a day, because what it does is it gives you an allocated time just to go through all of them, but it also sends a signal to all your distributors saying, I'll check them once a day, expect an answer from you once a day. You send me another message, it may take me another day to get back to you, okay? Because your prospecting is more important. Don't scroll, watch aimless videos and get lost like I just mentioned. Be social on purpose, manage your time, set a goal every day of how many people of the same passions are you going to be attracting to yourself? How many are you going to move from friend to prospect? That's important. Moving them from friend to prospect. How do you do that? You start talking to them, or you just ask them a direct question. Do not lose time wasted on social media. You can build a dynasty with a couple of hours a day of focused work. Guys, a couple of hours a day of focused work on social media, you can build a protein business. Are you spending time or investing time on Facebook? Number 5, don't spam. You know this. Don't constantly post about your product, signs, your business. Create curiosity instead, right? All of your posts should lead to the person saying, I wonder what that is, or how, or why, or what, or you know, that's what they should be saying when they see your posts. Number 6, one rule in social media which is thou, sorry, I think I spelled that wrong. Thou shalt not be boring. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. I'll fix that. So thou shalt not be boring, people. Be bigger than life, happier than the average person, because you want people to look at you and think, I want what they have. More drive, more passion, more fun pictures, videos, words. Find a way to be interesting. And last one, I think, is decide that you're going to do it, and then master it. Drop all your other social media if you need to, and just master this one. How do you master something? You make a plan. You're never going to be perfect at the start. No, you make a plan. What's your plan? Well, my plan is I'm going to this week find out what's my passions. I'm going to find groups that I can ask people to join me from. And then I'm going to make sure I post 3 to 5 times every day consistently. And maybe the fourth thing is I'm going to have a look at my profile and make sure my profile picture is professional. I've got all my about you information in there. I've got good photos everywhere and it looks professional. My banner looks good. That's your plan. Now do the plan, follow it, do it day in, day out, day in, day out. Give yourself a week or so, then review the plan. Did it work? Did I post? Did I not post? Well, maybe 3 is too many. Maybe I need to cut it down to 2. Then you start again with your plan, and you've made a new plan. So you do the plan, you review the plan, make changes and start again. Make a plan, do the plan, review the plan, make changes and start again. And guys, I promise you, this is what I've done my entire career in network marketing, that cycle over and over. So next week, we're going to look at how to build your brand. And I'm sorry, this has gone a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but there's so much information in there. So I want to quickly give you guys time to share. So who do we have first on our hot seats? I think we've got, let me just quickly find my message. Hold on a second. In the meantime, you can think about questions, guys. Have you got any questions you'd like to ask me? about what we've just covered. So the first one is Josie, but she can't be on tonight. So second is Madeleine. So Madeleine, do you want to tell us what's working, what results you've had in the last week, and what you're struggling with?
Okay. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm building my client base through Facebook, and it's amazing if you just go into the groups and start connecting with people, how open they are. And if you find something that is a mutual factor that you can comment on, that's really attractive to the other person. On a personal level, what works for me is to have specific time set out to work Facebook in the morning and at night, because otherwise it just gets lost. I don't really scroll anymore. At this stage, I make a list of the people that I'm working on, people who are prospects, and then I will rather go into their profile and comment on a couple of posts. Otherwise, yeah, you just get lost.
Perfect.
I'm doing Facebook Messenger. I don't really use email or phone calls or text at all. Yeah, and the other thing I've been starting to do is to really look for high quality prospects. Instead of just randomly messaging anyone, look for people who you know who will be a good prospect. Yeah.
That's
Yes, sorry. What I struggle with most, I think, is to be more assertive when closing. Yeah, I need some help with that. I can close if people are interested, but I think I back off too quickly, and I think sometimes I struggle to find the balance between pushing someone over the line, or to be content for them to just be in the Activate group. That's another tool that I use. So I normally leave them in the Activate group, but I think if I can be more assertive, then I can convert more
awesome.
clients.
Can I quickly give you, Simon Chan's doing a whole section on closing next week, and you're going to like it. I think it's going to help. If any of you are still looking for a Simon Chan ticket, if you don't know about it, there's a convention in Brisbane next weekend. It's going to be a 3-day convention, guys. You're going to learn so much. A lot of it is going to be workshop type stuff, which is brilliant. But this is what he tells me for follow-up. This is number one. What you do is you message the person, and what you do is you don't say, did you like the video? What did you like about it? All that stuff is just bum fluff and it's irritating. What you do is you say to the person, you share a little win. You say, hey, Madeleine, oh my gosh, since I've chatted with you, I've just rank advanced, or my business has grown 20%, or share a win, whatever it is. It can be a personal thing. It can be, I'm so excited. I've started this new coaching, whatever it is, but share a win and an update. So since I've spoken to you, this has happened. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this thing. So you share a win and you share an update. So the update can obviously be a little bit business related. Like update could even be, we've got a tour coming on in March, and our, vice president of international sales and our, chief marketing officer is coming out, or you can just say whatever. Or we've got a tour coming up in March about biohacking. It's going to be so excited. So it's a win for you personally, and then an update. And then you say this. You say, I know that this may not be for you, but I was just wondering, is there anybody else that you think it may be for? So you use a complete reverse psychology, okay? So you know the person's watched the stuff, you've sent it to them, you've asked them to watch it, they're supposed to watch it. You don't even have to say, I know this is not for you. You can say, maybe this isn't for you, but I just wondered, did you know of anybody else maybe that I should talk to? Because I am just so excited, X, Y, and Z. And so what happens is he says most people talk way, way, way too much when they close. Just keep it to those two things. You share a win, share an update, and then say, I was just thinking that this may not be something that you're looking for, or, it may, but is there anybody else you can refer me to? And straight away the person gets FOMO. They think, Madeleine is so excited about this. The winners, like she's done this in the last week. Oh my gosh. And now she's asking me, do I know somebody else? Well, what about me? I'll give you a perfect example. Listen to this quick. So 2 weeks ago, I messaged Rachel. I said, Rach, I'm thinking of coming to Vegas to do the women's conference. Do you have a spare ticket still? Because I know she bought a block of tickets and they're like $300 through her, or you pay $600. So she said, you won't believe it, Charlotte, I've got one ticket left. So I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Look, I'm going to speak to Andre, but keep it for me. I think I'm going to come. I'm so excited. So speak to Andre, I can't go because of the folks and just stuff, okay? So I message her back. I'm like, Rach, I'm so sorry I can't come, but, please just sell the ticket. Because straight away she says to me, it's $300. Here's my PayPal account. Put the money in and let me know as soon as the money is in, and I'll tell Josh and he can send you the ticket. So I'm like, okay, let me just talk to Andre. So I go back, sorry, I can't go. So she messages me back a week later and she goes, hey, Charlotte, I was just thinking about your team. And I was wondering, is there anybody that I can gift this ticket to? See the psychology there? Is there anybody in your team that I can gift this ticket to? And straight away, I'm thinking, what about me? What about me? Guys, that's what happens. It's that complete reverse. I'm like, she knows I'm looking for something. She knows I was looking at it. Like, the person's looking at it, and you go back, you say, is there anybody else that you can refer me to? Like, this thing is so hot, man, I don't want to drop it. Like, I want to find people quick. And that person be going, what the hell? Like, pick me, Okay, guys, so that's what teaches on follow-up. So try that, Madeleine. Okay, awesome.
I'll do.
You've had a good week, so fantastic. Thanks for sharing. So Drew and Caroline aren't on here. Kirsty's here. So Kirsty, you want to share with us, lovey?
Keep quiet when he's talking. Can you keep quiet when talking? Sorry, just have to give the children their instructions to keep quiet.
So how's it going with you? What can we help with?
Well, for me, because I'm obviously kind of going back to basics and starting again, my internet's just gone. My follow-up's been really good. It's a 100% improvement because I'm actually doing them now, whereas I wasn't before. I've had a couple of people come back to me. I've got a couple of new customers this week, which I'm really happy about. I'm still working on my distributor. She's sort of playing a bit hard to get at the moment, but I'm pretty sure she'll come good. But yeah, so just being active really, which is again something that I haven't really been doing. I haven't been in the right mindset to do. So yeah, I'm just sort of finding my feet again and just actually being active and enjoying it, whereas before it was a bit of a chore with everything else going on. So
yeah. So you said a few things there. Mindset, obviously a big one. Not having been active enough. And so first of all, I wanted to say, mindset is a huge big one, right? And you got to work on your mindset every single day. Like, just listen to stuff in the morning. I think most of us don't really wake up in the morning and jump out of bed and go, yay, I'm going to look for people to join my today. Right?
Not at 4:30, I don't. No. That's what I get out.
So, I've really learned, for me, like, first thing in the morning, I've got to get those earphones in my ears and I've got to listen to stuff, right? So I just do that from the word, from the time I wake up. I even go to bed with it in my ears because I think subconsciously it just plays and plays. So, so mindset, there's so much you can do. Start even just with a 5-minute meditation. I know you've been doing some of that stuff now, just to get yourself in the right frame of mind. And one thing I want to say to you as a mom is be present where you are. As mom, I remember when I was running my kids up and down to you, so constantly you're feeling you're feeling like you're just not achieving. Because you're constantly running and you feel like you're not present where you are, and you feel like you're guilty because you're not spending enough time with the kids, or you're not working enough, or just stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it. I'm telling you, stop it. It doesn't help. What you got to do is
No.
block times in your schedule. And if your
Yeah.
time is now that you're going to be with your kids until 6 o'clock at night, doesn't matter if you're, if you got 50 messages. Sorry, guys, you can hear my Facebook screaming. It doesn't matter if you got 50 messages and people looking for you. Yes, they can wait. That's your key time. So just block it out and be present with your children. And then you've got your hour or two a day where you work your business. Block that out and just focus on income producing activity, right?
Yeah.
So, I call it a map, your massive action plan. Map, like if you want to go anywhere, you need a map. You need Siri to tell you what turns to take. If you're on a boat, you need a compass to tell you, where to go. You need a map. And the same in this business. Like what is your map? What is your plan of action? And then just follow those steps. Remove overwhelm, remove thinking about stuff, remove whatever it is that's blocking you, just remove it, throw it out the door, and just do the basics, and you'll get success, because that's how we get success.
Yeah. It's funny how just a friend of mine who's been talking about taking the tablet for ages, and she's requested a few times like how to order it, and she just hasn't ordered it. And her dog was injured, don't know how, but he just got this really bad back and in the vets, and she's straight on Messenger, how do I get Pet Tandem for my dog? She remembered Pet Tandem. I spoke to her about a year ago about Pet Tandem. I said, we don't do it here, but get Pro Tandem in him. And so she's ordered. But she's an orphan. I've lost her. Hopefully she'll come back to me, but she ordered it wrong. I sent her my link again, but she said it didn't work. But yeah,
we can get her under you. So if you don't get that sorted, just let me know. We can just send it and get her under you.
You've emailed Simon, I think his name is in
Stephen.
That's Stephen, the M.S.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, please do not miss the March tour. Bring all of your distributors to that tour. I am going to launch with you a strategy on how to build your business other than go find business builders. And you're gonna love it. Bring all your people. Don't miss the tour, okay? For those of you that can't get there because you live like Marna is far.
Hello.
Hey.
What's your excuse, KJ?
Kate, I may just launch it with you guys on Monday night. I don't know. I may launch it with you quietly. But I'm working really hard on this thing. I've been racking my brain. How can we help every single distributor to get some success? And this is it. I've put it to our council. The ones that have looked at it have all endorsed it, said go ahead. So I'm working really hard on that. So I think it's going to be exciting for you because not every distributor is good at bringing in business builders. So it's just changing the focus a little bit and still getting massive results. So keep going, my lovey. That's all I can say is keep going, keep going, keep going. If you need to have a chat, call. If you've got a distributor, that same lady still that's not over the line, let's get her on a three-way. Let's even give her a teaser, maybe a teaser of, I don't know, I'm happy to throw in a free bottle of Pro Tandem if you want to just get her on there and see how she goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. And you are going to make this because, guys, this girl at the end of the year will be a Pro 5 minimum.
Yes, she will.
Left her job and she's focused on being full time. So you've got to also love. Okay, one of the things in this coaching program is we are like brothers and sisters. Like I'm the mama bear. Like even though some of you are the same age, it doesn't matter. This is not about age. This is just about love and support and grace and kindness, right? So can you encourage one another? You can see Kirsty needs encouragement, right? Like you don't have to be a rocket scientist. So when you go off, guys, you should all be sending her love hearts. Tomorrow is Valentine. You can smother her with love hearts.
My last day of work tomorrow. Happy Valentine's to me.
Woohoo! Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay,
Sissy girl's going to be Pro 5.
she is going to be Pro 5 minimum by Orlando. I mean by Utah.
Yes, she is.
Global.
She is. It's a done deal.
It's going to happen.
Hey, Jill, I'm excited about your chiropractor. Yeah, really excited about him. So has he any more updates on that?
You know, I was laughing so much because it took me ages to send that message, and I remembered everything what he said. Eventually, I got the message out, and then he said, "Oh, just give me the weekend, and I'll read up all information and everything." And then this lady phones me today, and she said, "Oh, the chiropractor told me to phone you that you've got an excellent product for me." I'm like, "Oh yes, okay." So I quickly sent her the information, and then I've been reading an excellent book. Like I promise, this book's excellent on how to pitch stuff.
Yeah.
And anyway, and then I said to her, "I'm busy tomorrow night with people that doing presentations." And I said, "But I'll phone you on Thursday night and see if you've got any questions." And so I've been trying to get my little act together. Yeah. But I couldn't believe that he actually sent somebody to me and he just read the stuff.
Okay, so now a couple of things quickly on that. You've got to start believing it. You've got to start believing that he's going to send you people every day. So stop saying I couldn't believe it, because then you're going to block it off. No more is going to come, right? So like I'm believing that this Cairo is sending me 5 people every day. And the other thing is, did she ask you for information?
Yes, she did. First of all, she got a little bit funny. Because I said, "Oh, it's a new thing that's an Australian excellent thing." And she said, "Oh, I don't want anything new." And then I kind of, I just said to her, "Look, the chiropractor feels morally obligated to tell you about it, and so do I." So I said, "Actually, that's the thing."
Yeah.
And I have they say you've got to pull back. You can't
absolutely
act needy. So I thought, I'm not acting needy. But I wanted to ask you 2 very boring things quickly. Is do they post to Greece?
No.
To Greece? No, they don't. Okay, because it's Greek man anyway. I think. And the other thing, I know I could just look it up myself, but do we have invitations for a launch printed?
There are
a template.
A template. There are some templates in the Team Heart United under the file section, but you'd have to still put your own information in there. And I know that'll be a bit hard for you. So what you can do is to send me a Facebook message with what you want to do, what day, where, a spiel, and I can ask Robin to make a quick invitation up for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And otherwise, very happy because I've been reading this book and it's called How to Pitch Anything. Oh my gosh, it's excellent. So I'm like, awesome. It's very clever. I like the thing anyway.
So, okay, maybe next week for your 5 minutes, if you want to prepare 5 minutes out of that book, and you can present it to everyone here and give them some tips. Some of the things that helped you the most, okay?
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Jill. Okay, David, it's you.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hey.
So what works for me is I engage almost every day and every night. If during the day, I engage with people from Australia, and over night time, I'm engaging with people from America as much as possible.
Do you ever sleep?
No. 4 a.m. is quite usual for me.
He doesn't sleep, Charlotte. He's a bat.
Oh my gosh.
At that time, the WA girls are usually up too. So.
And they keep me awake until 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to be up at 6 to go to work every day.
No. That's your choice.
That's exactly right.
You could just say night and put the phone down. But it's just because they're so nice.
So I find engaging with people a lot and being friends, making more friendships is really work. I was surprised what you said earlier about talking about NRF2 a lot, because I do talk about that a lot, even on Facebook. And I have noticed that my audience has dropped. And another big one that I'm really concerned about is when I go to my friends list, the suggested friends list, I would say 99% of them are LifeVantage distributors.
Do you know why?
No.
Well, guys, this is another big thing. You shouldn't be friends with all the LifeVantage distributors because number one, they block up your friend list. Number two, they block up your news feed. Number three, what happens is your friends' posts will go out into your news feed that your friends will see. So you put up that little post, you know, what did the yellow pill do for you? And you're friends with 50 LifeVantage distributors and they all put it up. What do you think your friends are seeing?
Yeah.
They're seeing that post 20 times. They're thinking, oh my gosh, there goes David again with his little yellow pill. They don't think and see it's 20 different people. So, and what Facebook algorithm does is because the LifeVantage people are the people commenting, liking, sharing your posts, David. The Facebook algorithm is thinking that this is the group of people that this guy should be associated with. So that's why I'm recommending that.
I'm totally aware with that, and of that, and I specifically try to work around it. And quite a lot of the LifeVantage people that I've actually accepted the request, I will stop following them, but I've still found that hasn't changed the suggested people that Facebook gives me. I'm still getting all these LifeVantage people, and it makes it very difficult to go through and get more friends without going to other friends' personal page and looking through their friends lists.
My sweet, you should not do that. You should not even. I never, ever friend request what Facebook recommends to me. I only go into groups because I'm targeting who I want to friend request. Right? So what I've done, and I've just done this before we came on tonight, I did about 20 minutes of it. I have found groups on Facebook, guys, that I know are the kind of people I want in my business. So some of them are Chinese groups, some of them are just Caucasian groups, and they're all like, you know, mums in business, entrepreneurs in Australia, Chinese startup entrepreneurs, or something to do with business. That's the kind of people I'm attracting, right? I will only go into those groups and friend request people from there. And then what I do when I find a group, I save that URL as a favorite in my toolbar, right? So tomorrow, so I'm not going to sit and like friend request 100 people because Facebook's going to block me. So every day when I'm doing my 20 friend requests, I've got 3 groups I'm working through at the moment. And, you know, the one's got 3,000 people in it, so it's going to take me a while. But I've got 3 groups that I'm working through, and they're all in my favorites. So I just go click on the favorite, up comes the group. I go members, friend request, next group, members, friend request, next group. So don't worry about who Facebook's recommending to you. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So find people that you want to work with. And stop commenting on LifeVantage distributor stuff. Do you know?
Yeah, I have done. Yeah.
Good. So guys, what I've done, and you could do the same, is only you guys and my people that are running for Elite. So I've got 2 groups that I coach. I've only got them set in my Facebook to see their posts. I don't want to see the other people's stuff because I want to support you to build your business. So you'll see me, and again, you'll see me comment or post or like. The other people are my prospects. They're the people I follow. That's what comes up in my newsfeed. The others I've gone like, they are not important. You know, you can set them as close friends or see first, or you can actually categorize your people on Facebook. So I don't, and you know, even like G will sometimes say to me, you never post or comment on my stuff. I'm like, it's because I don't even see it come in my newsfeed. Because I, you know, my priority. Like I've got people I'm coaching, and then I've got prospects. That's what Facebook is there for. It's not for me to say, you know, 50 times a day to you, well done, or the beach is looking good, or no. Like I'm using it as a business tool, right? So you got to be smart about how you use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's good.
Target who you want to friend request. It's like what Madeleine's saying before is target higher profile people so that the kind of people you attract are the kind of people that will actually want to do the business.
Okay. Do you use LinkedIn, Charlotte?
I don't, and it's not because it doesn't work. I actually believe that LinkedIn is the most untapped source of business leads for us ever. Like I think
I saw that.
It is. It absolutely is. It's, you know, and I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand why, guys. LinkedIn is developed for people to put their business profile on there. So, and it's business related. So when you message somebody in LinkedIn about the business, they're not falling off their chair shocked. They're expecting it because they're in a business platform. So, yeah, absolutely. LinkedIn is a really, really good source, but I have not had the time to study it. And what I did at the start, I had LinkedIn. You'll see I've got accounts everywhere. I've got LinkedIn, I've got Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. I even started with Snapchat. That was so confusing. Like a couple of different things. And one day I felt so overwhelmed, and Rachel said to me, drop them all and pick one. And, you know, for me, two is definitely the way to go. Facebook and YouTube. What I would say to you is once you've mastered Facebook and YouTube, then go on to LinkedIn or go on to where you want to go on. Or if you're really, really passionate about LinkedIn, then go and do it, but do it well. Do it all out and learn it thoroughly. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into it because I don't understand much about LinkedIn. But while I was in the States in October, I met a man over there, Sam Hollingworth, I think, and he was an Elite Pro 7, and he's not on Facebook. He's done it all on LinkedIn. He has 20,000 followers, so it must work.
It does.
But you know how to use it.
Yeah. Look, it absolutely does work, for sure. Yeah, I actually, I don't know, probably about a year ago now, I went to a function on the coast here about LinkedIn. And the woman that presented it, like, it really blew my mind, the stuff you can do on LinkedIn. But I just came back and I just thought I don't have the mind space or the time now to really learn it. So, but I'll get there one day. So, yeah, great source.
Okay.
Great source of leads, yeah.
Well, that's all I have. Oh, one other thing.
Struggling with? Anything you're struggling with or you're challenged by?
My biggest issue was I've been struggling with this Facebook friends thing. It's been really bothering me for the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Don't let it bother you. Don't even worry about it. Just go find people that you want a friend request. Guys, very important to remember on Facebook, and I should go do this now too, is you've got to go into your friend requests every 2 weeks or so and clear the ones that you've requested where they've just ignored you. Otherwise, Facebook will start thinking, my gosh, this person is spamming because they've got like 1,000 outstanding friend requests, okay? Do you all know how to do that?
No.
No? Okay, let me quickly share my screen. I'll show you. It's super easy.
I think you can only do it on a PC. Is that true?
I don't know. I can check for you.
I've got a PC now anyway.
So you just go into your profile, you find friends. Okay, you just click on friends there. Then you click here on find friends. And then you see right at the top here, it says view sent requests. Can you guys all see that?
Yeah.
Click on that. And look here, it's going to give you a list of all the people that you've friended and they have not accepted your friend request. So I'm not going to undo this now because I did a lot tonight, so I'll give them a day to accept. But maybe tomorrow before I do my next lot, I'm going to go in and undo them. And how do you undo them? Like, yes, let's go to this one. You see I've sent it, she hasn't accepted or cancel. I'm just going to go here, cancel request.
Okay.
It just removes it. So at least I don't have, I probably have a couple of hundred outstanding. You can see how long my list is, right?
Can you go through this every day?
I should, but no, I don't. No, I wouldn't do every day, but I should be doing at least once a month. Once or twice a month, you should at least do it. Just so that, you don't have 500 outstanding and Facebook will think that's not normal. That person's using this as a business or, they're spamming people or whatever they're going to think. And you just don't want that to happen. And then they block you. So just make sure in your map, what did I say before your map? You need a plan, okay? In your plan, you should have maybe, on the 1st and on the 15th of the month on your calendar written, remove friend requests. That's it, guys. That's how you become successful in this business, is you have a big calendar, either paper or online, and you schedule everything that you need to do. If you think you're going to remember the stuff, you will not. There's too much. You should even schedule stuff like recognition for my team. Okay? Schedule it. Like, you know, again, maybe month end, you recognize somebody. In the middle of the month, you recognize somebody. Of course, if somebody pops up in between, you want to recognize them as well. But schedule all those things. And maybe one training will do on the kind of stuff that I schedule. But for now, just remember, working on your Facebook is super important. And work those strategies into what you're doing. But you guys are all doing an awesome job. Support one another. Encourage one another, please. David, is there anything else I can help with?
No, that's all. Thanks, Charlotte.
Okay, awesome job, guys. Our team's doing well this month. We're up on enrollments. Yeah, we're almost now where we were at the end of last month in terms of numbers of enrollments. So great month. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining. I will post this recording, and I'll see you next Monday. Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.